Alright, this isn't going to really be a complete do-it-yourself video. I already have my valve cover pulled off. You see right there. You can see it pulled off right here. A couple of pointers when you're doing, obviously, you're going to take off the top cowl cover, all the different covers. You're going to get to the engine cover. You're going to want to pull the spark plugs first. When you pull the spark plug, it's going to look like so. Here are your connectors for your spark plugs. And you're going to see these ground connectors. These ground connectors are going to go to these three right here. There's three of them with the three grounds. Going to have to take these off, and what you're going to use is 10mm to get the top nut off. The top nut, you can see it's just threaded on the top right there. That's easy. Now the point is, you have these 26 star bolts, which all need to come out obviously, but then you also have the three that need to come out at the bottom. So you can see down there is where the nut is. Issue is, if you have a standard bolt, when you put the 3/8" ratchet on and you put it on, it's going to stop probably right there. It's not going to go down all the way with the standard deep well. What you're going to want to do is just drop it on first, and then you're going to want to put your 3/8" ratchet drive on top right there. And as you see, it's not going to go on all the way, but you can still get movement. This way it gives you about another 1/2 inch of play to be able to fall down onto that nut. So that's the first tough part right there. Second is, you're going to want to remove, here's your electrical harness. There's two bolts right here that go on the valve cover. One there, one there. You're going to want to get both of those off. Like I said, there's one there and one down there. Alright, so that pretty much is going to have you, all the bolts, everything's going to be loosened up from here. You're going to try to pull it off. Oh, I forgot. The fuel, to the injector, to the fuel line, pretty simple. It's just spin right on. Oh, wrong way. Such as so. Just spin them off. Nothing complicated about it. I forget what size it is. 13mm maybe. Okay, so you just take off all 6 of them. You're gonna have a little fuel. What you're gonna want to do to relieve some of the fuel pressure, I don't know if it really helps. You're gonna open up the gas tank. Open up your gas tank, take the cap off. That should relieve a little bit of pressure, but get ready to catch a little bit of fuel that comes out. Nothing big. Alright, so now we have all your star bolts loosened up. They don't come out, they're secured in there. Problem is, if you look on the other side of the valve gasket, there's this little ridge right here, which makes it hard. So when the valve cover is sitting at an angle like this, when you try pulling it off, it's going to hit this fuel rail because it's dipping in underneath here. So this fuel rail isn't loose like this. So what you'll see is you're going to have connectors on your fuel rail such as this. These are just where these wires clip in. You can see these wires, and you can see on the opposite side, I broke them off. It's going to fit through here and lock in. I broke them off. I bought 3 extra ones. The reason you have to take these off is to get to the fuel rail bolts right here on the opposite side. So there's your fuel rail. There's your fuel rail bolt. 2, 3, and then a 4th one back there. The reason you do this is it will let you move the fuel rail up a little bit to be able to get the valve gasket, to get the valve cover off. Without this, I wasn't able to get the valve cover off. I was having a hard time. So once you move that, you'll be able to get some play and be able to pull the valve cover off. Like I said, it catches on the opposite side right here on this additional plastic part when you try to pull it off. Besides that, there's really not much else. It's a little bit labor intensive. I haven't found out how you get a good place to move these wires up to get you some more room. Those are pretty annoying. Besides that, I don't think there's much else. Those are only things. The fuel rail, that's the big one. Give you some room right here. Like I said, you're probably going to break off these plastic clips. Not a big deal. Second thing is your deep well socket right here. Don't put it on all the way to get those 3 bolts off. Take off your Your electrical connectors right here with the 2 bolts. Here are your ground wires that go on those 3 poles that you use on your deep well socket. And that's about it. There's nothing else to it. Just take all the bolts out, put your new one on, make sure you use a good sealant when putting it back on, clean where the old gasket's going to touch, the new gasket's going to touch, and you should be good to go.